I'm always very hesitant to have these kind of conversations or talks because I don't want it to ever come off as we have the right lifestyle figured out and whatever you're doing is wrong, and I totally don't want it to come off that way at all because it's not true. It's hard to boil down the single best part of traveling full-time, but the best part is that
what the heck is that stuff?
Ew.
I've been on this diet
With
only
what?
10 minutes and I can-
these guys told us there's a beaver that lives here, and in the evening you can see the leaves. It's insane. Thanksgiving meal just happened, so we're out for a brisk walk. What is so funny? That was a good Thanksgiving. It was just by ourselves in the trailer. It's pretty awesome. I didn't film any of it because it was just family time, but Z, how was Thanksgiving? Z's mad at me, so he won't talk to me. Oh, I just ran up that hill, so now I'm like dead. I'm like dead. Why do people talk like that? Why do I talk like that? It's so weird having Thanksgiving at an RV park because you look at all these people who are having Thanksgiving at an RV park and you think, that is so weird. That is really kind of lame having Thanksgiving at an RV park. And then you go into your trailer and you realize that you also are having Thanksgiving at an RV park. Why are my cheeks so thick? It's because it's cold, that's all. And there's my lovely wife. She always has to get way up ahead. She said it's supposed to be a speed walk, but I think it's because of those tiny little legs. She feels inadequate to walk like a normal person, so she just has to overcompensate with those tiny little, yes, it's like that. The
like
Daniel
the
walk.
little things, what are they on the beach that go like this?
I don't know what she's talking about, but I think it's funny.
Dad!
What things?
You know, the Pixar made a short film about them before they played.
Oh, they're animals?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes, it's an animal.
No.
I said a bird.
piper?
The little things, what are they on the beach that go like this?
Oh, the pipers. Morning. It's the day after Thanksgiving, which means Danielle isn't feeling good. Caught a little bit of a cold or flu or something. So it's the one time of the year that I have to do the dishes. Not bad for my once a year dishes wash. Look at all this trash out here. Who the heck lives like that? I mean, you got like baked goods, you got trash bags, camera equipment, shoes. There's some trashy people behind us. Look at this. Trashy people. You hear the crows? One there, one there. Well, it's evening here. It's Friday night and the mood is right. Gonna have some fun, show you how it's done. TGIF. Remember TGIF when you were kids on ABC? It was like hanging with Mr. Cooper and Step by Step and Boy Meets World and Sabrina the Teenage Witch and Full House and Family Matters and those are some good times for television. Let's see. And that's the moment when the jump scare happens. Apparently there's a package up at the front for us. Now I don't have to take this, I don't have to take this trail through the woods, but we came home after doing a little bit of shopping and I ate pretty much all the rest of the baked goods, plus some more ham. So I feel like I weigh about 1,800 pounds. So I figured the least I can do is take the scenic route. It's actually quite a bit darker out than it looks on the camera. So I'd have to say, on a day like this, or at least with the conversations that Danielle and I have been having lately, one of the best parts of traveling full-time is the freedom that comes from this lifestyle. That's why everybody does it. That's not why everybody does it. That's one of the main reasons we do it, is to have freedom. It's important to some degree for everybody to figure out what matters most to you and how can you arrange your life so that you can do that thing more. We have to do a lot of bargaining when it comes to life. You get to a certain age and you have to trade a lot of things for responsibilities. So when you go to work a job and that job is like, we'll give you this amount of money every 2 weeks. You can count on it like clockwork. We'll give that to you. We'll give you insurance, a 401k and whatever else. But the trade-off can be pretty high. Like we need the majority of your time. Majority of your time has to be spent sitting in a chair. You're not just trading your time, but you're also trading potentially, I should just say, you're trading your potential. Like you could potentially do much more. You might be really, really skilled, really, really talented in a specific area. Whatever it is, whatever somebody's paying you for, you must be good enough for that person to pay you for that. So we kind of trade our potential, because usually what we do is we're getting paid to sit in a chair to do the same thing for the most part every day. And your potential is sort of capped, or it's very incremental. It's sort of like you can go to this step and then eventually go to this step, then eventually go to this step, and it's kind of like that's your path. Your path is set for you. And there's something, to me, there's something really, really wonderful, really inviting, really, really necessary for me to not know that, to not have a set path, and for my potential to be capped only by myself, not by somebody else who is paying me for, whatever. And I'm always very hesitant to have these kind of conversations or talks, because I don't want it to ever come off as we have the right lifestyle figured out and whatever you're doing is wrong. And I totally don't want it to come off that way at all, because it's not true. This lifestyle obviously has its own set of setbacks and difficulties and that sort of thing. But I guess I just tonight feel really, really lucky to live the way that we do. And that's one of the things that I feel luckiest about it. One of the things I love the most is this, that you sort of have this sense of accomplishment where you're kind of doing things on your own. There's not a ceiling. There's not really, your potential is capped by yourself, which is terrifying. That's for sure. At least in a job, it's sort of like I did this video not too long ago about your dreams and living out your dreams and the difficulty. I'll link it here. The difficulties, the scary part of going after your dreams. And one of those scary things is that you may go after it and realize that you're not good enough, or the dream may never happen. And the dream's safer when it's in the back of your mind. For some people, the reason they're staying in the same job and not moving on and not trying to branch out or reach out and go after their full potential is because of that fear. They're afraid if they leave the safety net of their job, they won't have any excuses anymore. Because the excuse right now is your job tells you, like, this is the clear path to the next step or a raise, or like I'm boxed in by my job. I can't leave my job. So yeah, of course, sure, I could be better at this. Maybe I could be great, but they're not willing. Some people aren't willing to go after that because it's terrifying. And it is terrifying. But the rewards, even if you fail, the rewards of having the freedom that we have, for me, is worth the risk. So I guess that's part of the reason we do it. I don't know why I'm talking about why we do it. But that to me is one of the greatest parts of living the way that we do, is it's all on your own. There's no cap, there's no ceiling. It's just you going after your dreams, whatever that is. Being the best that you can be at whatever it is somebody's paying you to do now. Maybe you can be a lot better. And every day sitting in that chair, you're sort of trading your potential, you're trading your time in for what? If it's worth it for you, there's nothing wrong with that whatsoever. But I know for some people watching this especially, it's not worth it. And they realize it's not worth it, and they're tired of it. All I can say from somebody who's kind of jumped out there, man, it's so worth it. It is so worth taking that risk. Because again, even if you fail, at least you went for it. And I think failure, going for something you care about, for me, is much more worthwhile than to sit on the sidelines and just think, dream, hope, wish. Okay, that's the end. Gotta pick up this package. Thanks for watching. It's nighttime now. Oh, I haven't showed you my new glasses. That'd be entertaining. Ready for the unveiling? Hold on. Okay, so right now, like trailer trash. Now, Fortune 500 CEO. I can see you now, though. You're a good-looking bunch, except for you. You're funny looking. All right, well, thanks for watching, gang. Appreciate it. I know the show is pretty much nothing, but we've been busy doing family things the last few days, so got some good stuff planned for you coming up. And lots of film updates. Danielle's Christmas stocking. Her aunt made her that when she was like 8 years old, and she's had a, nope. A baby. A baby. This is mine.
A baby.
My stocking. Show him your stocking, Z.
This is Calvo?
Disney.
And this is handmade.
I know we don't, they're not handmade. I know we don't talk about this much. We are ginormous Disney fanatics, specifically Disneyland and Walt Disney. Huge. I just thought you should know that.
Not Disney World, just Disneyland.
All right. Goodbye, gang.